Here we have the new 2025 Chevrolet Tahoe. This one comes in the high country trim level, 4-wheel drive. This color is iridescent pearl tri-coat, and then we get the mocha leather interior. For the powertrain, we get a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine that's made into a 10-speed automatic transmission. But as we come around to the front end here, love the new styling on the Tahoe. LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. It's just a great look here. Love how they did the front facing. I love the grille. You have the gloss black there and then a few kind of aluminum accents there. Makes it really pop the front end. And down here, these are optional 22-inch high gloss black wheels. Really like that design there. We get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And then over here, we have our power door lock controls, memory seat functions. We get one-touch up and down windows for the front, and then express down for the back, power folding side mirrors with blind spot monitors, and then we can control the side mirrors there. Bose premium sound system. And then over here we have our drive modes. We can go through a full 4-wheel drive system, headlamp controls, then a lot of our safety features here, parking sensors, auto stop toggle, self parking, etc. Hood release, power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And then here we have the power driver's seat with 4-way power lumbar support. And I want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Tahoe today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these close to the home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. And with the seat all the way back here, knees are just barely hitting the back of the seat here. And it's really just because the pocket comes out a bit. So pretty good space here. Headroom's pretty good back here as well. And then down here we have our rear AC controls. You get 2 USB-C charge ports. And it's kind of hard to see down here, but a 3-prong household plug-in. And there's a view of the front from back here. Now we do have the sun in tow package, so that includes the max trailering package and this panoramic sunroof. Now that's what it looks like with the sunshade all the way up. And there's a look at the back seat from the second row. You get a USB-C charge port and a bottle holder on either side. And then you can hang a shirt or a pair of pants here if you want to. You could probably hang a uniform there, but you'd be pushing it. Not the strongest hook, but it gets the job done. Now over here we have our fuel filler, of course, for maximum power output. Premium's recommended, but you don't have to put that in here. Then to the back end here, love the full LED tail lights, and I love this quad tip exhaust here. Very nice sound and a great look, in my opinion. There's a spare underneath the vehicle. Let's go ahead and pop the lift gate. So behind the third row itself, decent space for this not even to be the longer Suburban. 3-prong plug-in back here. We can power fold the seats up or down, and they'll fold flat when the seats up in the second row are far enough pushed up. And you can also tumble the second row from back here as well. Now as we come around to the rear passenger side, again, you can tumble this by hitting it twice or hit it once, fold into the floor, and then you can use this lever to move the seat forward or back. And then pretty easy to pull it back into place. Front passenger seat, you get that same power adjustability as the driver's side, including that 4-way power lumbar support, which is nice. I love the accents throughout, the badging there, the side pockets on either side, a lockable glove compartment here. And then y'all can pause anywhere you need to if you want to take a closer look at this window sticker. but this sticker's for $89,620. And as you can see, you have about $8,000 worth of options here. But before we hop in the driver's seat, we're just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. And I hear a lot of people saying in the comments that they have issues with these. I don't know that for a fact. I haven't heard anything about that, but if you look on the comment section of some other videos, you can kind of see what people are saying about that engine, but it's definitely strong, I'll tell you that. But back in the driver's seat here, leather wrap steering wheel feels really nice. You can heat it there. There's the horn sound. I'm gonna cut the AC down just a tad. Now over here, I believe this is a 17.7 inch Google Assistant system. And we have AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth audio. We still get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility for now here. And with the Google Assistant system, you do have access to Google Maps, Google Podcasts, News, all of that. And I love the view of the Google Maps, just a really nice look there. As you can see, you get the Wi-Fi hotspot, auto park assist, which you can use from the screen as well. In your settings here, your vehicle settings, you can adjust your teen driver, rear seat reminder, buckle to drive. And then in your system settings, if you scroll down a little bit more, you can change your language as well as your units of measurement. Now, it's not as adjustable as some other vehicles I've seen where you can adjust the speedometer one way and then the temperature another way, and then here you can go through your gauges. So tire pressure, brake pad life, when you need your next oil change, transmission fluid temp, all of that, and then your trip meters here as well. And then you can use the animation on the side to go through all of that. Now you do have your AC controls down here, kind of quick shortcuts, which I really like. You can actually use pretty much just this and this down here without having to go into the climate menu, but you do have that option as well. And from there, you can adjust temperature on either side, turn the system on or off, adjust where the air is coming from, all of that. Your backup camera's there, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You also get that bird's eye view, your front camera, and then you have overhead side views as well. I like where they put the hazards button right in between the AC vents up front. Easy to find. Wireless charging pad here. You get a USB-A and USB-C port. And then your bottle holders are here. Center console cubby space, pretty good size. And then up here we have the buttons for the power lift gate, the sunroof. You can fold that third row there. So look at the lights, OnStar, rear camera mirror, and then you can hit this button here and it exposes your secret compartment here in the center console. And you can pull this out, have a little hidden tray there. It's pretty nice. But let's go ahead and hit the sunroof. So that's a one-touch slide there. You can tilt it if you want to. And I like that it goes all the way back in one touch. And there's a look at the back from up here. Vanity mirror there. And then back to the steering wheel, the stalk on the left, blinkers, high beams. You can flash there. You have your rear wiper here with the fluid there. And then you'll have your wipers here. You can adjust that frequency there. And then fluid for the front. But shifter's on the column now, so hit the brake, pull for neutral, pull and up for reverse, pull and down for drive. Press that in for park. You can put it in drive and then activate the low gear here. And then you can use the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel and that'll adjust your limiter there. Now with the high country, we get standard adaptive cruise, so you can turn that on or off here, cancel, set your speed, adjust the gap adjust there. And then over here, voice recognition, click this to go through your audio sources and you can use this as a scroll bar. You have your Bluetooth controls here, so phone and then mute there when you're not in the phone section. click this, and this goes through your gauge cluster views. You have like 4 or 5, I think. So really like that. Push button starts here. Heads up display is right there in the middle. And finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Tahoe High Country with a 6.2 liter V8 out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in the Tahoe High Country here, love the ride quality. You do get the magnetic ride control standard, which definitely helps keep the ride nice and smooth. The Tahoes ride pretty well anyways, but it's nice to have that added help in terms of keeping the ride quality nice and smooth. And I just came to a quick stop there at the red light. The auto stop immediately came on, and then as soon as I let my foot off the brake, it came back off. So I like how the auto stop feature in pretty much every vehicle has evolved over the years, and just not being so much of a nuisance. But I'm gonna give it a little pull here, getting on the interstate. Here we go. So it wasn't even close to flooring it, but pretty strong. And I like that this has a few miles on it, because I'm actually able to give it a little something, as opposed to getting in a vehicle that has 5 miles and I can't really push it. But again, adaptive cruise control is standard on the Tahoe High Country. And again, the magnetic ride control just makes this that much better to drive overall, but especially on the interstate, just keeping that nice, smooth, composed feel from the driver's seat. Now, in terms of the visibility, where you have the heads-up display, that kind of intrudes just a tad. I'd rather have that than not have it, but I love how you're sitting up higher and the hood is barely even visible, and it just, again, makes the visibility that good. Now, in terms of what you get for the money, it's almost $90,000. It is pretty loaded out, but again, it's $90,000, so it's certainly not cheap. I wouldn't necessarily even say it's a bargain, but it's about average compared to everything else. If you look at Ford, the Wagoneer, now I said in the walk around portion that the 6.2 has a record of, and again, this is just in my comments, of not having the best reliability. But here at Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro, if you're worried about that, you do get a lifetime powertrain warranty on the engine, transmission, and transaxle. So that covers you there if you're worried about the 10-speed having issues, or if you're worried about the V8 having issues. Now, if you do want to get this vehicle from them, just click on that link down below and you can get more information about it. But if you're trying to find something closer to home, click on that second link, and it takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I think if you're looking to buy something like this anyway, you won't be disappointed. Love the screen. The space in here is great. The amenities are fantastic. You get blind spot monitors, adaptive cruise control, a nice thick steering wheel with heat, your heated cool front seats, your heated rear seat. And then just having that added capability with the 6.2 V8, the full four-wheel drive system, so you get the four-wheel low as well. And then with this one having the max trailering package, tow up to 8,000 pounds conventionally. Just very pleased with the vehicle overall. Again, if you're in the market for something like this, it has it all. And from a driving perspective, very comfortable and still pretty quick. Again, with the 6.2 V8, even in this heavier SUV. Now, with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Chevy Tahoe High Country.